I take some drugs to keep my blood pressure down slightly, lisinopril, 20 milligrams a day. And I get them free. Yeah, that's my drug.
No.
Nah, I'm way over it.
Coffee
Oh,
is a
coffee.
drug.
Yeah, coffee. Yeah,
If
of
you
course.
stand up at 5 in the morning, you need desperately coffee.
Yeah, definitely
A
coffee.
lot.
Little alcohol occasionally.
Little bit, yeah. Some pivo. Favorite drink? Depends on where I am. When I'm in Czech, it's beer. When I'm in America, I like a very dry martini. When I'm in Britain, I like a pint of bitter. And I always like a single malt scotch.
Until last week, I liked White Russian. Then we have a big party. We were on a boat in the Caribbean, and we're drinking too much White Russian, so I quit that. I have to find a new drink.
I like a nice vintage Bordeaux claret, red wine, and a pint of beer occasionally, especially in the north of England. It's good. Or maybe Belgium. Belgium's good for beer.
That's not fair. We're promoting our tour, Rock Meets Classic, and we're playing for the first time in the Czech Republic, in Prague, with this tour. We're doing this for 10 years now.
The show is the 21st of April at the O2 Arena. 2.5, 3 hours of maximum symphonic rock and roll.
I started professionally in the 60s, and then in the 70s with Supertramp, we were helped tremendously by the record company. I think because of the music we played and their support, then our career has been decades, not just years.
You know, when we first started out, and we had an amazing local following, we were playing 5 nights a week, and people were lined up around the block to see us. Our songs were being played on the radio more than the Rolling Stones, but we couldn't get the record companies from New York to come down and see us. No, you come up here. So we'd go to New York, and we'd play to 20 people, and the record company geniuses would say, yeah, it was okay, but it wasn't electric. Well, you try being electric in front of 20 people who are yawning. Well, the whole creative process has changed for so many musicians now, because you don't have to be able to play an instrument anymore. You really can just drag and drop from, in a computer.
Thousands of people can make music and get it out on for other people to listen to now, which you couldn't do in the 70s. So it's different.
There used to be a Darwinian sorting process if you wanted to be a musician. To get into a recording studio, you had to find someone to put you there because it cost money. And for example, with the Hooters, we played for years before we could properly make a record. Now a 12-year-old can make a record on his laptop that sounds like a record. You can't turn back the clock. Basically, putting out music these days is like doing a drawing and putting it up on your refrigerator. I've gone into my studio, written a song, recorded it, I put it up on TuneCore, and it's on Spotify and iTunes a week later, and nobody cares.
I care.
I know you care.
Well, that's not easy. I think you need someone at your side who is proud of you and supports you, that it will work. Without that, you will have a very expensive divorce.
I missed the births of both of my children because of being away on tour. But in 3 weeks, myself and my wife will have been married for 48 years. So that's quite good.
You will have another child?
I don't think we're going to have another one. I don't think even I can make it now.
Tomorrow, the part that hasn't come yet. And then, the fact that I've written a song that just about everyone in the world knows. Just about everyone in the world knows. I can walk down the street just fine. I don't get bothered, but people know my songs, and I'd rather they know my songs than know me.
I love my past, but I have a lot of plans for the future, which means I will record new albums. I will have a new Rock Meets Classic tour. There are a lot of challenges, and yeah, I'm looking into the future.
Well, I look back with affection on the big Supertramp tours. It was exciting, it was fun, it was good. But I think at the moment, I think I'm playing better than I have done at any other point in my life. So that's good, and I'm not working too much. So I think I'm pretty happy at the moment. Regrets. I would have liked to have been at the birth of my two children.
I have a lot of regrets, but it's a learning process. And if I could add something good, I regret might be a little more careful in the future.
Someone did ask me once, if you could go back in time and give your 30 years younger self one piece of advice, what would it be? And that would be smile. I look back at those pictures of me in the 80s and those videos and just smile. You're having the time of your life. Enjoy it. Show the world you're enjoying it.